In this video, I'm going to show you how to generate and import the Prosoft Configuration Utility's L5X file for a PLX51 PBM module for use within Studio 5000. So firstly, you're going to want to navigate to the Prosoft Technology website for the PLX51 PBM module. And if you go to downloads, and you'll find the EDS file. So if you click on that, the download will start. And now if you copy that to somewhere local on your desktop, and I'm just going to put it into the EDS file folder that I've created, and then right click and extract. And you can see that there. So I'm just going to close that and delete the zip file just to save some space on my hard drive. So in Studio 5000 in your project, if you try to right click and add a new module for the PLX51 PBM module, you'll find that there's nothing in there currently. So you can see that the EDS file is currently missing. So if you go to your Tools and EDS Hardware File Installation tool, you can register a device. And if you browse to your folder on your desktop or wherever you've put the file, and if you click on your EDS file and click open, and then just click next, and next again, and you can see that it's found the EDS file there, and just click next on those and finish. That's now installed your EDS file. So if you click save, and sometimes it might freeze for a little bit just while it sorts itself out, and then you can right click again, new device, and search PLX51, and then click on there, and you want to click create. So this is where you're going to want to name it the exact same name you've given it in your configuration utility. So you can click into there, and to be doubly sure, I'm just going to copy it from there so it's the exact same name and I don't miss anything. And it's going to need an IP address, so I haven't put one in previously, so I'm just going to put 10.100.1.1 and then apply that, and OK. So now if I go back to Studio 5000, I'll paste the name in and just put the IP address again. So it's 10.100.1.1. And there we go. So name's the same, OK. And then I can close that. So now that's configured in our hardware tree, we're going to go back to our configuration utility and create our L5X file. So if you right click and generate L5X, and then if you save that somewhere, I'm just going to put it on my desktop again just so it's easy to find. And then navigate back to our Studio 5000. You can see there it's on my desktop. And I'm going to put it in my I/O buffers, but you'll notice that there's no user-defined data types in there currently. So if you just right-click on the program, add and import routine, and then navigate to where the L5X file is and click open. So now you can have a look through the tags if you like, and you can see that it's got the different tags it's going to add. So the TT001 is the temperature sensor that I'll be using. And you've got data types there it'll create, so we'll see those appear in the data types folder. And then you've got other components, again it just shows that that's called the correct thing. So OK there. So that's now imported in, and I'm just going to do a save and open up the routine. And you can see there everything's happy, so it's moving all of the raw data into some new tags, the input and output, and also the master control. And you can see that it's called the exact same, so PLX51 PBM1. That's why it's super important to make sure that those are called exactly what you've called in the utility. And if you right click and monitor, you can see that the tags have been created in the controller. And we can see the status tag. That's got all of the status from the PLX51 PBM module to the device. Then we've got our val for our float value. We've got our error and status and heartbeat words in there. So those are what we've created within the PLX 50 configuration utility. We can see here val, error, stat, and HB for heartbeat, and they're exactly the same in there, so that's fine and all looking good there. So I'm just going to close that. And so the last thing we need to do is we'll need to put a GSR in, which I've already just put in, so that it calls that routine and it's working correctly. And we're also going to need to tell the PLX51 module to be enabled and start exchanging data. And also we'll need to tell the node to start exchanging data by enabling it. So if we go back to our tags here, we can double click on the master control and just get a copy of that. So right click and copy. And I'm going to paste that into the destination, and I'm going to put move a 3 into the master control of that tag. So that'll tell the PLX51 module to enable. And then we're going to need to latch on the node that we've created. So we've got a node 2. So if we click that in there and go on the drop down, we can see device enable. So double click that, open brackets, and then the node number, so 2. And there you go, so that'll be latched on. So that'll tell the device and also the temperature sensor in this case to be enabled and start exchanging data. So that's all set up now, and the data is now set up to be used within Studio 5000. Thanks for watching, and subscribe for more tutorials.